let's zoom out 300
Yeah.
years. So the agricultural age was essentially, the economic system was called feudalism, and there was lords and kings and queens, and then there was serfs and people who serfed the land. And then technology changed things. You can imagine what it must have been like when 300 people were on a farm, and then they saw 3 people on a tractor, and then that tractor went zzz and went and did the job of hundreds of people with 3 people on it. And it's like, oh my goodness, what are we all going to do? How are we all going to live our lives anymore, right? And then they would have said, well, what are going to be the jobs? Like, everyone works in farming. And it's like, well, there's going to be this whole new system. There will be a completely new economic system called the industrial system, and it's going to replace everything. So back in the agricultural age, if you were a lord, right, and if you were rich, if you were successful, you had vast tracts of agricultural land. But as soon as the industrial age kicked in, you didn't even need land. You only needed a tiny amount of land to put a factory on. What mattered is that you had the ability to organize labor and machinery. And if you could organize a factory, that was way more economically productive than hundreds of acres. So the whole economic system got tipped on its head. And suddenly it didn't matter if you were a duke, it mattered if you were an industrialist, if you're a capitalist. So this whole new system took over. We had 200 years of innovation, and it went through multiple waves. But the important thing to know is that it's technology that changed things, right? It's always a technology shift, right? The fundamentals of the economy are dictated by the technology that we have available to us.